Welcome in, cosmic children. Another message for you today. Today we have Wednesday, November the 19th at about 10 to 3 GMT. We are moving into the new moon in Scorpio, which I think is occurring around the 19th, 20th. We're kind of in that phase now, wherever you are in the world. And it will occur variously for you, depending on whether you're Northern Hemisphere or Southern Hemisphere. And I really wanted to celebrate Scorpio season as it slowly draws towards a close. I'm in the third decan of Scorpio myself, November the 16th. So this reading is for celebration of Scorpio season, gently and beautifully moving towards its close. But of course we have this new moon in Scorpio, so it's powerful. So this reading, I think, is particularly calling to you cuspers out there, those of you who are in that third decan or right at the end on the cusp between Scorpio and Sagittarius. So have a look at your natal chart, see where you have Scorpio. I have loads of Scorpio in my chart, which is amazing. And I have talked about that in other videos, so I won't talk about it today. Do excuse the wobble on the video. As ever, my PC is balanced on one of my Baron drums to get more height, so it's a little bit sort of flexible. Yes, I've had a lot of downloads. Been asking for messages and getting plenty of downloads for you, beautiful souls, cosmic children, children of the cosmos. So before we get right into things, let me do the housekeeping. We have just smudged the scene, the sacred scene, with, looks like a very mucky tray, but in that tray there is a couple of bits of Palo Santo wood, which have been wafted around the cards and around the general area, cleansing as it goes. We also call upon crystal quartz today to grace the reading. Crystal quartz is there, and we have a pointer available should we need it. And this is small buzzard, small owl feather. Yeah, that's the one I was drawn to. I was drawn initially to a magpie feather, and then as I got to the pot of feathers, this is the one that kind of I came away with. So I'm going to go with small owl or small buzzard. And so just before I clicked on, I heard a lot of chatter, chatter, chatter that way out of the French doors, and thought, that sounds like some corvida. So I had a look, and yeah, there was a small local family group of corvida. I think they were actually jackdaws, flying from east to west. So that is a message for someone out there. As ever, this is also a message for the individual, for you, for the collective. You may be watching for yourself, you may be cross-watching. However you stumble across this sacred space today is the right way for you, whether it's now or later. And that is the gift of the video for you. So east to west, corvida. So it was jackdaw, but we can also include perhaps raven crow. So there's a message there for you. Last night or early this morning, in the subliminal phase, which is where I normally get my downloads in the morning, coming out of the deep sleep towards the morning, where the consciousness rises up from sleep towards awakeness, is where I get my downloads. They showed me, for you, a white horse rampant. What does that mean? It means a white horse on its rear legs rearing up, and it was facing left, which for me, as you know, if you follow me in this wonderful space at 2 for Joy Oracle, is the future. White horse rampant in the future. Horses are very lucky. White horses are even more lucky. White is, for me, the colour of divine. So white horse rampant in the future. You're going to be very excited about something. This whole flavour to today's reading is sparkly. I want to say sparkly energy. What else did we have? So it is the new moon in Scorpio, of course, and very powerful, as it's, of course, in Scorpio season, coming towards the end of the time of zodiac Scorpio. But new moons are new beginnings, so we're talking of new beginnings here, which is exciting. Then after the white rampant horse, I was shown on a post, you know, an ordinary fence post or garden post or whatever, an eagle. Now I did look at it first and think, oh, falcon kind of, and then sort of, only because I think I've recently seen probably an osprey or another fast moving falcon, and you will tell me what that is. I've forgotten, sorry, brain fog there for a moment. But it seemed to tell me that it was an eagle. When I was questioning it, the word eagle came. So it was not puffed up, even though it could have been today, because here in Somerset, in southwest England, UK, it has been very cold, a northerly wind. And when the winds are up, the birds are normally puffed to trap the air. But this was actually quite sleek. And it was just sort of perched, gazing at me. And the really strong feeling I had of this image of this eagle on the post, observing me, was watchful. Not in that I need to be watchful, looking around checking, but that the eagle spirit is watchful on my behalf. It was a feeling, a felt sense of protection. That's what I got there. And I give this to you. Then there were some words, a sentence. Wasn't sure which way round it was, but the gist of it was, this is become a pretty thing. Or, this thing is become pretty. Probably not quite grammatically correct, but I totally got the gist, and I had a feeling it was about a creative plan that you're doing, some project, some creation that is underway. They are saying, this thing has become pretty. What I see you doing is fine. It's good. It's pretty. I loved that. Then the next image I was shown was a swinging door. Now, bear with. Imagine you're in a kitchen, a commercial kitchen probably, not your own kitchen, commercial kitchen, perhaps in a restaurant or wherever. And you're waiting on the restaurant side. I don't know whether you're a guest or you're working there or whatever it is, but you're in this commercial restaurant place. You're waiting in the restaurant area, and there's the kitchen door. And so with commercial kitchen doors, they often swing both ways. So they wouldn't just swing one way. They go this way and then that way. And that's so that the people who are serving the delicious meals, etc., can go in and out quickly. So I was observing this. This is what they showed me. Swinging door. Waiting. I think it's also waiting. There's something of that, but it's a greater sense of waiting, as in pausing, standing still, waiting, not moving, but waiting. Swinging door, waiting. And then the words, it will open either way. So this says to me there's some sort of portal, some sort of door that you are waiting in front of. You might have even been a little bit worried that it won't open, or it won't open far enough that you can peek round or even get in to whatever it is. It's metaphorical, but it's also literal. But what they're saying is the door goes both ways. You can wait, and don't worry, you're getting in that door. The message was really, it doesn't matter which way the door opens, you will be gaining entry, which I love because it felt very positive. So if you've been braced, waiting, pensive, patient, not sure if a door's going to open or if it's going to open the right way. Is it going to open or is it going to close? That's not what they're saying. They're saying it will open and you will get in. Waiting, it will open either way. Brilliant. The next thing they showed me was a capital letter T. And so I'll show it to you because I was looking through. It was a very particular capital T. and I wanted to look through the different fonts to see which one it was, and it was the one that I actually use generally. So it was this one. Let's show you the T, capital T. This is actually, as many of you will probably notice or recognize, is Liberation Serif. Liberation Serif. Many different types of script and font. So T is relevant. T is relevant here. But particularly what they showed me was, I mean, I've got a solid black T here, but they showed me it was more Greco. It was more Greco in style. So this main bit was like a Greek column with sort of lines down it. That was the feeling I got from the T that they showed me. But it's Liberation Serif. Now I looked it up because liberation is freedom. Liberation is liberation, right? It's freedom. And I wasn't sure about serif, so I thought, well, I'll look up serif. And it says, serif, a small line or stroke regularly attached to the end of a larger stroke in a letter or symbol. Liberation serif. So if you put those two things together, it's sort of saying small line stroke regularly attached to the end of a larger stroke. So something attached to a bigger thing, and it's liberation. You're going to be liberated in some way. It's like some loose end is being either tied up or is falling off, detached. You've been attached to something, I think, that's perhaps not served you. It's been a bit niggly. Not hugely, not too discombobulating, as they say, but what I pick up from the words when I look at them is you will be liberated from that. So liberation serif, but also relevant is the letter T. The other bits, still more to come, so many downloads, into 12 minutes already. It was very windy when I was getting my downloads this morning and preparing for the video. And it strikes me, or it struck me this morning, that those winds were relevant. They always are. But it's the winds of change, positive change, new beginnings, new moon. And then the final download, which was an absolutely delicious download, if ever there was one. There are so many delicious ones, but this was great. When I clicked on to look at my Two for Joy channel today and do my little dusting and checking and looking of that, because it is really my wonderful creation. I love the channel very much, and I love all of you, and every day I need to check in and make sure it's all fine. The subscribers, those who are subscribed to the channel, were 1611, 1611, which is also my birthday, the 16th of November. And I thought, wow, thank you. So that was a big, beautiful confirmation. So for all you November borns, particularly third decan, and any others on the 16th of November, if any of the beautiful subscribers of the channel have birthdays on the 16th of November, please do make a comment. Let me know if you're the 16th of November and where in the world you're joining us from. I would so love to know. And those were the downloads, which was huge amounts. So, without further zippity-doo-dah, we will get to the decks. We are going to use today, for further information for this important bringing Scorpio season to a close on this beautiful Scorpio new moon, we're going to use the trusty Radiant Wise Tarot. We're going to consult Madame Endor. We're also going to consult Mystical Shaman Colette Baron-Reed. And I have pre-shuffled all the decks, and I did a mini reading for myself with Colette's deck earlier, and I had tears in my eyes. It was just so beautiful. I love her deck so much. It really, really resonated with me. It resonates with me very often because it's very ancestral. It's very ancient ones. It's just old energy within us. And I very much resonate with that. So I felt very drawn to that today. So let's begin with Colette. We will at the end also draw, of course, a a charm from our beautiful bag of charms. So here we are, pre-shuffled, and more shuffles, please. Oh, actually, one is poking through there. I'm not going to take it. It was the sun. It was the wrong way around in the deck, but I'm putting it back in because I want all the cards the right way when I'm shuffling. So, Spirit, please, may we have some information for our lovely sunscribers at Two for Joy Oracle on this rather marvellous Wednesday, 19th of November 2025. Will you give us a message, ancestors, ancient ones? Oh, that didn't take very long. It's too many. Hang on, hang on, hang on. Oh, no, wait a minute. Sorry, Spirit, please, may I? I hope I haven't incurred their wrath by putting those cards back. Ooh, that was a flyer. Did you see it? It was flying up, but it went back in. Please, may we have one from Colette. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That is very beautiful. She's given us two. We've been given two. And I'm also being encouraged to look at the bottom and the top. So we have two. Absolutely lovely. Let me just scribe from the card, and then I'll show you the card on the screen. Please look at the card. Pick up with your own senses. We have so many senses, don't we? Sight, sound, touch, taste, smell, colour, extrasensory perception and intuition that weaves its way through all the others. I think we have many more senses than that too. There's some research that's happening at the moment about senses. And somewhere I heard that we might have as many as 40 different senses. Interesting. The first card, absolutely beautiful. 3 and 5 is 8. It is the medicine wheel. Just show that to you. Take a screenshot if you want. Spend time gazing upon it. 8 is important. So 8, 35. And of course that 8 is the Lemniscat, which is the sign of eternity. What's very much being drawn is to all of it, but particularly the serpent or the snake, which is the sign of the healer. New beginnings. And I'm kind of getting a sense as I rub the card here. Healing. On some issues, you've nearly healed. I mean, healing is like an onion, we say, don't we? Peel it, and you've healed, and then you carry on and do more, and there's a little bit more healing that could be done later. But on some issues, it feels like you've healed some issues. That's really what I'm getting here with that serpent snake today. And of course, what jumps out hugely is the beautiful eagle that we have there. And as I hold this to the screen, it looks to the future. But as I look at the card on the table, it looks to the past. But all that says to me, because don't forget, one of the downloads was on a post, an eagle spirit, watchful. You are watched, you are loved, you are protected. You have been in the past, you are now, and you always will be. You are so loved by the universe. I love this. Let's get Colette's message, because her words are absolute poetry. Ooh. 35. 3, 5, please. Okay, here we are. Colette says, the medicine wheel is a sacred hoop with the 4 cardinal directions. That's right. Actually, what did jump out was the top arrow there, the northerly arrow. That popped out because it looks like a Neolithic arrowhead. That's what really jumped out. The 4 cardinal directions, well marked. It represents the cycle of life, the cycles of nature, the circular pattern of our cosmos. It has been used for millennia in indigenous cultures to bring harmony and well-being to the village. Its directions symbolize the 4 steps the shaman takes to become a person of power and wisdom. I love that. So this is talking about power and wisdom, the medicine wheel, healing. It's about cycles of life. and we move in cycles, and we're going to enter a new cycle with a new moon and with a move away from Scorpio season. So what I feel about this very Neolithic arrowhead in the north, pointing north, is you're facing north. And when we face north, we face our, how do we say that? It's Polaris. So for me, my North Star is B, Miss B, Mrs. B. But that's our true sense of self. It's who we are, and it's where we came from. When we want to reorientate ourselves in a storm, we look for north. Okay. And I think this is saying information from the north. Information from the north. We think about what else has been said. Winds of change. Things are changing. We're moving through. Cycles are going round. Go with the flow of it. Embrace it. Notice it. Note it. Move consciously through it, is the message I'm getting from the medicine wheel. But it's kind of also that your aim is true. That's the feeling I have there with that. There, tummy rumble. As I said that, whenever my stomach or solar plexus area there rumbles, it's bang on, Carrie. You've said the right thing. We agree. And this is what I feel for that. That facing north, your true north, you're headed true north. Watching again, because I think Corvido family are flying back. I can hear some clattering. We had a second card from Colette, 37. I love that. 3 and 7 is 10. 10 is the end of a cycle, and we must get unity 1 after that. 10, then 1 and 0 goes back to 1, which is a new beginning, which is the new moon. And of course, it's the moon. This is very similar to the last card in that it continues the message of the last card. Yeah, the cycles of the moon. The new moon. If you haven't followed the moon and its cycles, it's very worth you having a look at it, doing that, finding out more. A very good channel to follow is, I think it's Moon Magic Weekly with Florence. Oh no, Jenny Florence, I think, or Florence Jenny Florence. I'll put her link in the description box below. She does things for the moon and pick a card form, and she's really good. And I recommend her channel. Go and have a look, do the thing. So follow the cycles of the moon, because that way we are also linking in with the cycles, with the breath of the earth, with the change of the seasons. And it's particularly helpful to do that, particularly as we enter the darker phase of the year, which is the autumn into fall, into the winter, and the darker times where there's less light. So following the moon, I love that. Let's see what Colette says for the moon. My moon sign, without gazing, I think, is it Virgo? Ooh. Come on, Carrie, you should really remember by now. Moon, moon, moon. Oh, Capricorn, yes. Well, I've had different charts over the years because my birth time was not known exactly. So I've had to go for a generic one, and some readings have said that's my moon, and other readings have said that's your moon. So it's been difficult to know what to do. But let's have a look. So we're looking at 37. 3 and 7 is 10. Back to unity 1. I love it. Here we go. This is what Colette says about the moon. Every 28 days, the moon manifests a steady progression from darkness to light, and then back again. The phenomena in our skies has a powerful impact on our human psyches. It offers us the certainty that after periods of emptiness and darkness, there is a light waiting, so we can be reborn into a new phase. I love that. And that makes sense. A new phase, a new beginning. New moon in Scorpio. I love it. And when you look at this woman, she's kind of got everything she needs there. I love her dress. It reminds me a little bit of the Turkish shamanic approach of whirling dervish. If you've ever been to Turkey and you've witnessed that, it's an absolute amazing thing to behold, and it's sacred and profound for these men that do it. I think it is men that do the whirling dervish, but it's talking about cycles again, isn't it, going round? But this lovely figure, this lady with her wonderful dress or skirt, looks as though she's standing in the light, and she's part of the earth, part of the cycles, and she's allowing herself to stand in the glow of the moon. If you've ever done that, you know how amazing and marvellous that is, how special it is to stand in or be bathed in moonlight. It really is quite fascinating. If you've never done it, I do recommend that you go and do it. As ever, be safe, take a torch for when you need to come out or whatever. I do it when it's clear skies and there's clear full moons, which we don't always get, obviously, but when there is, I will normally go out, and it's very magical, very magical. So 35 is 3 and 5 is 8, 3 and 7 10, so 35, 37, but 8 and 10 as well. Thank you, Spirit. May we have, oh, they wanted me to look at the top of the deck. Of course they did. Sorry, the bottom of the deck, not the top. 3 guesses. Okay, doesn't really need much explanation. The eagle, they've given us the eagle. So they are blessing us in this reading, children of the cosmos. Everything I've said so far, they showed me the eagle in the medicine wheel. And 16. 6 and 1 is 7. We know that's the magical number for Carrie. Divine sacred number, but also 16th, as in November the 16th, which is my birthday. The beginning of my new solar year. And yours too, if you are 16th of November. Eagle. 3 times eagle, okay? This feels like it's a really, really clear message. I'm going to put it on the table, even though we didn't draw it as such. So we have 35, 37, 16, 8, 10, 7. Brilliant. Okay. Thank you, wonderful Spirit. May we have something from Madame Endor. Now, I did shuffle these cards. One did come out. The Queen showed itself to me before. Madame Endor, please, would you like to give more information, Spirit? Can we have anything else you want to add from this deck? And I really was called, I'm not often called to this deck at the moment, but I was today. May we have additional insight, additional knowledge, direction, symbol, so we may intuit, and scribe from, oh, lovely. Oh, this is funny. Yes, that makes sense. That totally makes sense. So we've been given from Madame Endor, and it totally makes sense. The gate. A barrier keeps you from your goal. Okay, I know what this is. Do you remember I said at the beginning the download I got was of a swinging door in a restaurant? That's what they showed me. But it was kind of this. Plain, but, you know, 2 swinging doors. So it was also a gate. And I did say portal. The gate. You are at a gate. You are at a portal. At the beginning, a new beginning. And what it says here is a barrier keeps you from your goal. Your thought is the barrier. Your thought is what I said at the beginning from the download. You have been thinking in relation to this, stepping into this new phase, into this new cycle, through this door, through this portal. Is it going to be open? Will it open to me? Will it open far enough for me so I can either look in or get in? Or will it be slammed shut in my face? That's what's been holding you back, because their message to you is this, and it's what they said to me. swinging door, waiting. It will open either way. It will open either way. For me, that means you're going to be getting in anyway. You can go in. Don't overthink it. Don't underthink it. Just go through the door. Go through the portal. Enter the new cycle. This is what you're being encouraged to do. Oh, I love it when a plan comes together. That totally makes sense. Thank you, Spirit. May we have also another card from Radiant Wise Tarot. I have pre-shuffled. Did anything pop out for this one? There was something this morning. It could have been a 10 of Cups or something like that. Or was that yesterday? It all melds into one. Sorry. Spirit, may we have something from Radiant Wise for my lovely cosmic people. Two for Joy Oracle, the 1611 Sunscribers. I'm just blown away with that. Ah. Ooh, lovely. Okay. Ah, they wanted me to glance at the bottom. Okay. At the bottom was this card. People are always afraid of that. That shows if we've been tempted, stuck in a cycle. I don't think it's bad, but I think it refers to what we said before. Your thoughts have been stopping you going through the gate, going through the door, going through the portal. You can free yourself. Okay. The card you've got is 20, number 20, which for me is 2020 vision, clear vision, judgment. Okay. Sometimes people are worried about judgment. I'm not. What's jumping off this judgment card is the enormous angel, which I often think is the angel of temperance, but I'm not sure that it is. It does look like the angel of temperance, but it's one with a trumpet. Somebody who knows more about tarot and imagery will let me know. Of course, it's major arcana, isn't it? So this is big spiritual jobbies. This isn't the small nitty gritty, inconsequential stuff, guys. This is big things, and a new beginning is a big thing, isn't it? We're entering into a new door when we get ourselves through the door, through the portal, new cycle in this very powerful Scorpio season. Let me see what they say, because I'm feeling again protective energy. I think judgment is you are going to be getting your fair dues. It'll go well. It isn't that you will be judged negatively, but I think there might be a fear in your mind which held you from going through the door, portal, gate, kitchen, swingy door thing, in that you thought you might be judged, or you didn't belong there, or imposter syndrome, I shouldn't be going through there. None of the above. Go through. You deserve it, you've earned it, and you belong there. And it's time for you to step through that now. The angels are protecting you, and you should go through. You'll be treated fairly, and it will go well. So let's have a look. Major Arcana 2020, and it says judgment, change position, birth, moral renewal, reawakening, searching one's conscience. Okay, new beginnings, renewal. That's what I get from that. Renewal. Heralding, the angel heralding. Look, heralding change, heralding, and these guys here, welcoming. You're being called. Yeah. Awakening of consciousness in that. Interesting. You will be fairly judged. It's right that you go through this door, through this portal now. Tea. With that tea, I'm kind of getting a connection of the angel of temperance. So even though I'm not sure this is the angel of temperance, is it Michael? Who's the one with the... No, Michael is the sword. Is it Raphael? Somebody will let me know which... Well, I mean, many angels have trumpets, don't they? Heralding change, joy, happiness, and things like that. But what I'm getting, the tea, is Temperance. So it might be that you've been very measured before, or it's asking you to be measured going through. I'm not sure. Take what resonates from this reading and leave the rest, as they always say. So, Spirit, may we have, please, pretty please, may we have, we'll take two. We'll take one from the centre, the left arm to the heart of the matter, please. Thank you. Oh, that's nice. Lovely. And then one from the periphery of the matter, the right hand. Thank you, Spirit. Ooh, 2 gilded items. That's very lucky. We said when the charms are gilded, the message is clear, but it's an extra emphasis on the message when it's gilded. You have the butterfly, the yellow butterfly. The butterfly is transformation. So it is about embracing the change, going with the cycles, embracing the different phases of life, like the moon. You're going into a new phase when you enter through the door, through the gate, through the portal. Do not fear. You are protected. There are entities, spiritual team, all that is protecting you. You've done the work. You deserve to be there. You have a right to be there. Claim your right. You are being protected. It's just fair judgment that you go through. And I think that also leads, this is part of your transformation, that you do this, the butterfly. Okay. And so the periphery is another horse, which is a little blue rocking horse. I love that. We had a horse at the beginning. Rocking horses say to me, playfulness, joyfulness, being young at heart, childishness in a really good way. I love it. And that is saying to me that you will be feeling happier, more jolly when you embrace that next stage of your transformation, which requires you to go through this door, this portal, this gate. Okay? Fear not. It is the right thing. It is just that it's happening. You are watched, protected, and loved in so doing. So much so, if only you could know how much you're loved by the cosmos, by the energies, by spirit, by all that is. Because you are. So lovely people. Wow, what a beautiful, beautiful message. Thank you for being here. If you have liked any part of this video, please subscribe by clicking on the subscribe button at 2 for Joy. Tell your friends, family, anyone you like about the channel. And I've so enjoyed the message today, and it's really come together. The downloads were really accurate about as regards what came out. I love it when a plan comes together like it has today. So wishing all of you a really lovely end of Scorpio season as we move into the lovely Scorpio new moon. Happy birthday for all Scorpios, especially those in 3rd decan, and especially those on the 16th of November. And of course the lovely cuspers that are going from Scorpio into Sagittarius. Also a beautiful sign. I will do another video. It's probably going to be a short. If you go and have a look at the shorts on the channel, the last one I did was about my brother's wand, and I had a message from wand in that short, and my next video will be a short of me going to the place that the wand showed me that I should go. The days are cold, sunny, crisp here in southwest England, in Somerset. So I'm hoping I might be able to do that tomorrow, but if not, probably Saturday, because I think I have a training on Friday, so I'm not so free. It'll happen in the next couple of days. So as ever, sending you love. I hope you enjoyed the message as much as I enjoyed sharing all the downloads with you, my wonderful cosmic children. So I will say thank you very much for being here. I'll see you in the next one, and namaste.